Hello, welcome to my eternal suffering, which is slightly lessening due to the summertime and summer concepts. I gotta say, this was certainly a month, you could say it was the most month of the year. I am yet again begging you to interact with my channel and most importantly, please give me K-pop opinions using the form in the pinned comment. Sorry for begging, I'm a YouTuber, it's kinda my thing, isn't it? Okay, have fun.
Killin it girl, you killing it girl, 10 out of 10, oh you killing it girl, that is such a
Alright folks, you wanna know how I really feel about this song. The way this is like nails on a chalkboard to me, the constant of what sounds like spoons against glass makes me want to rip my eardrums out, it's repetitive, the lyrics feel AI generated with how dense they sound, and jhope's talent in rapping was sacrificed in favor of an extremely short song. It feels like they want the success they got with Jungkook to happen again with him, and I honestly think the only reason people are hyping this is because he's shirtless in the music video. This feels like something with potential but was very, very rushed and ignored creatively so they could just make a quick buck. I'm so sick of this bare minimum effort and lazy work.
Killin it girl, you killing it girl, 10 out of 10, oh you killing it girl, that is such a friends, oh you killing it.
Teeth bite first, real bad business, that's dirty word. Yeah, real bad business, that's dirty word. Real bad.
I have complained about so many songs being too short when they're interesting and could be built upon this year, and I must say not this one, in fact I'm bored by a minute of this. The bass and instrumental. Very interesting sound, so much potential, and then bam! Ruined just like that with the lazy spoken word. You'd think a group with so many talented vocalists would utilize that more, but no, SM just can't seem to stop dragging the charismatic, groggy style of talking. It's too monotone to keep my attention through the whole 3-minute song. I'm bored, I want to hear something else, and by all means please do something with the beat. It did have potential at some point, but that was wasted real fast. So boring, I hope the album doesn't sound like this. My complaints from the chase were not having clear direction, and not standing out at all. These two things were slightly addressed. They seem to be taking a different route, dipping into girls' generations past to pull up their sound in a modern light. That sounds like direction to me if they keep it up. And safe to say the song does sound different from everyone else's right now, but I will say that it's too early to tell if these things will be kept up in any way, shape or form. I'll take what I can get for now, and leave the rest to a future strawberry gin. It's a complete 180 from their debut, which was very necessary. It's so summery in every way, which as anyone knows by now, is something that can and has won me over time and time again. It's extremely generic for what it's doing, but the sound does give off goodwill. It feels fully fleshed out and keeps its energy up, which is something K-pop lacks recently, and thank God it's 3 minutes and a half like it should be. I'm still not impressed, but I'm feeling a bit more open to them. Yes, this is the energetic music I've been looking for. Get me out of UK garage band hell please. I was very distraught at the thought of losing my summer queens when they left Pledis, but I'm glad I still have at least 5 of them, especially when the music still reflects what made them so good in the first place. This certainly surges the summer sound I adore, with the strong percussion and guitar a track like this deserves. Its spirit is infectious. The melody is a bit basic, and the chorus is very reminiscent of previous pop hits, but I think it's alright going in favor of feeling over logic. I don't know about you, but wow, am I tired of the UK garage band sound. Trends get older after a year or two for me, and I really need girl groups to branch out more right now. This takes a small step forward with that, using a energetic French house beat instead of being subdued and dull. I do enjoy ILLIT sound. I appreciate summer music as well. I enjoy their cutesy atmosphere they've encased themselves in as a person who loves sugary pop music. However, I must say that this song does not grow at all, it just trails on doing a bare minimum. There's no climax or attempt to make it different at any point, and this is a problem I've been having recently, and I know it stems from the severely short songs the industry is pumping out now. It's a cute song, but I struggle to see where it's a step up from their previous music. In fact, I'd actually say it's a step back. I, for one, am always anxious surrounding my ult's comebacks because I want them to be good. Enhypen are the same as the others, of course, but this time I was able to tell myself that, well, they haven't released something I didn't like in 3 whole years, and even then I came around to it eventually. Despite being one of the best boy groups K-pop has ever seen, they slip up sometimes, rarely but it happens. This is one of those times. They fumbled this release. First and foremost, it's way too short, so short it doesn't get a chance to grow or change in any way. It just sits there in its stagnant 2000s nostalgia they seem to bank on. Secondly, it's overproduced. For a group with amazing vocalists across the board, there is no reason they should have this much vocal effects on them. They're wildly talented, they don't need to sound like robots in order for people to like how they sound. But Hype seems to disagree. I enjoy the dramatics the chorus utilizes. There's so much we could do with that if they would have just not made the song so short and used so much unnecessary auto-tune. Suggestion to the Belift Labs producers that are behind this song: if we want to be so obsessed with 2000s music, maybe actually listen to the music you're trying to copy and figure out how to make it sound as good as that, because right now you're making your artists look bad. Now, as upset as I clearly am, enhypen have their charms about them, as well as their ways of making me love their every move. I admit that I'm currently obsessed with this song, but that's just because they're wildly amazing performers. Let me make it clear that it should not be on the idols to make a mediocre song appealing through performances. It should be their producers and songwriters making enjoyable music from the beginning like they've done in the past. Enhypen deserves music that shows off their strengths, not something they have to fight to tame. His voice suits OSTs well, in which I'm usually overjoyed by the sentiment in them but regularly underwhelmed just because they always sound the same. I appreciate the extra rock elements though. However, I must say, there are times when I no longer care about the characteristics of instrumentals to decide if it's a good piece of music or not. Sometimes it's not worth breaking down like that because the focus relies on emotion over everything. It's not often I find myself crying over a song on first listen. It's also unusual for me to get chills over a song in general, but there's something special about Doyoung and his music, and I've always known that. He carries a melancholic yet hopeful feeling into everything he does. Of course his music would reflect this. It's a simple message really, how precious things shine more because there's a lot of suffering and crying. If there were no hard times, the good times wouldn't stand out, though he still fights to remember everything he can grasp onto. Knowing how imminent his departure for the military is, I'm not surprised this is the content he'd be making. It's a pretty sad time with worries of being forgotten. I can't quite put into words why this song is so comforting to me, but if nothing else I believe I've finally found my NCT bias. Thank God, a song that understands that it's a song and needs layers. I must say that Wave is one of my all-time favorite ateez songs, and I was very excited when I learned of another summer concept after so long. I also have to admit that I was a bit disappointed by an initial listen, but it had a slow burn growth on me similar to the song's structure. It's not loud, I don't feel like I'm being attacked by sound, it's actually pretty flat for one of their title tracks. and it's not very catchy, it fully expects its beat to do all the work. It's not one of their bests by any means, but it is a very fitting and enjoyable song for the season, and it even gets stronger as it goes on. There's actually vocal and melody layering. The finale feels justified considering the subtle nature of the rest of the song. It's finally good. Ateez finally remembered they can make good music. I can't remember the last time Ateez had a higher ranking than enhypen. Weird. Well, what did you think of the music this month? I'm Strawberry Jin, and I have things to be doing. So long.